welcome back to another episode on Two Puerto Ricans and a Black Girl. Today's Girl Talk is, what about your friends?
Hey.
Will they let you down? Will they be around, baby? I guess you get the idea. It's all about the friends and the friendship. And I am the Dope Widow.
Hi guys, I am the Love Guru.
And I'm Mimi, the Lifestyle Diva. Welcome to this episode.
Woo!
Hey,
Hi, ladies. You guys, I know everybody's a little out of sorts today, so we're going to get in and have our little discussion and love on each other. And so, of course, I got a question.
Of course.
So, my question is, what does friendship mean to you, and what reflection of you does your friends represent?
Okay, what does friendship mean to you?
To
Sorry,
you.
guys, my voice is really
It's okay. She's back at work and adjusted.
a lot of talking. That's
Yeah. So the question is, what does friendship mean to you, and what reflection of us do our friends represent?
Okay, what reflection of us do our friends represent?
If any.
Well, for me, friendship means loyalty. I'm very big on loyalty. I'm a very loyal friend. So I expect the same in return from my friends. If I call you a friend, because I have to say that not everyone that's in my circle or everyone that I associate with is a friend. I can count on my hands how many friends I have. So that could tell you that my circle is really tight.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone that I encounter, or everyone that I even go out to dinner with, they're not friends. They're people that I know, that I associate with, that maybe I do business with, but not entirely my friends. So for my friends, I definitely am a loyal friend. And so I expect that in return from the people that I call my friends. What reflection of me do I see in my friends? I'm going to always revert to love. I think I pour in a lot of love into my friendships. So I do see love in return from the people that I do call my friends. Gigi is, she started out as a friend, but she's not. That's my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been friends. She's my longest friend. We've been friends for, I don't know, I'm going to say 40 plus years. She's my longest friend. And definitely, I see loyalty in her. I mean, if not, we wouldn't have been friends as long as we have been. I mean, she proves her loyalty over and over again. And love, absolutely. So I'm speaking from our friendship.
Right.
She exudes love. I pour in love and she gives it right back. So yeah, loyalty and love.
A lovable one. She is a lovable one.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, yeah.
She's a good egg. She's a good egg.
She's a good bird. She's a good bird.
She's a good egg.
So for me, for the first part of the question is, I just would like my friends to kind of just be real. Just be themselves, be comfortable, and have like a lightness to them, like an airness. Like, I don't want my friends to owe it to be, I don't know, like demanding. I just want it to be kind of like carefree, real chill all the time. You know, when you're around your friends, that's your time to that's like your downtime sometimes, and to kind of get away of the hustle and bustle of life. You don't want to have that, I don't know, I want to say negativity, but like that, a demanding relationship when your life is demanding. I kind of want my friends to kind of be real chill and be real. That makes any sense.
Yeah, you don't want friendships that have expectations.
Exactly. I just want to be me all the time. And my friends that reflect to me is just like that lightness. Like, I don't really take things too serious. not when I'm with my friends. I like that to really be a time of trying to have trying to have fun and just kind of talk and kiki and just really have fun around each other. It's just for me, when I get around you guys, I kind of just want to escape a little bit from the norm. And I think that that's what friendships represent. Being able to escape the norm, vent a little bit, which we're going to get into later. And yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah. As I sit here with you two and we do this podcast now, and I form a friendship with Jackie now, and I've had a friendship with you for years now, Brazil. I have to almost go back on some of my feelings of how I feel. Like, you know how you say, oh, I don't need no new friends. You know, I have to kind of reevaluate that now because I feel like Jackie is a friend now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think at this juncture in your life, when you are more spiritually and mentally sound, you have a better evaluation of who you are as a person. You're more in tune with yourself. I think the decisions that you make of who you allow in your life allows you to pick, you know, bring in new people in your life, to bring in people that you can say, you know, this person can be a friend, because we're taking this journey together that is bringing us into getting to know each other better, communicating with other people and doing things that we haven't done with other people in our lives who we've been with for years and years, you know. So when I was going into this, I was thinking about, oh, friendship, you know, we always say, oh, I don't need no new friends, but I don't know now about how I feel about that. And yeah. So that's how.
Thank you, Michelle.
So cute.
Yeah, you know, because I really consider, because when you're at this age and when you're at your friends, you get to choose your friends. It's not like family. You know what I mean? You get to choose who you want to have in your life, who you want to break bread with, who you want to go out to dinner and stuff with. Like, I don't mind hanging out with people who I don't consider friends, you know, but I want to be my circle to be aligned with what I'm doing, like how I'm trying to, where I'm moving to in my life. Like, if they're not spiritually sound, if they don't like some of the same things that I like, if they're still out running around talking about people doing that, don't align with me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have that kind of energy around me. And some people you have to love from a distance, like you outgrow them. You know what I mean? It's not that you don't love them anymore, it's just that you two are just not aligned anymore.
And that's okay. And that's okay, because as we get older, we need to filter out our friendships so that we do have sound relationships, whether they're romantic relationships or they're just friendships, like what we're talking about. Just making sure that, like you said, they're aligned with our journey, you know, because our journey changes, you know, as we grow. You know, and we don't always remain in the same place. So sometimes we have to filter out those people, and not to say we don't love them, we don't respect them, we don't value the relationship we have. But like you said, we've outgrown them and they've outgrown us, and we have a different path that we're moving along. And sometimes everyone can't journey on the same path as you do. You know, your interests are different. Your growth process has been different. You know, some people, it takes them a little longer to get where they want to go. But, you know, we may be fast forward. We may have tunnel vision. So, you know, we don't let anything else distract us. So we're on a particular journey and they just don't fit in. But it's nothing against them. And it doesn't mean we don't love them or we don't value them. Like I said, it's just that we've grown, you know, and so now we're all moving in different paths. So sometimes people can't come along.
And then when you do that, some people start looking at you like, oh, does she think she's better than me? Or she's doing this, she's doing that. And then, you know, you can't even feed into that toxicity. You know, how you say that word?
Toxicity. I can't say it. Toxicity.
You can't. You
understand understand. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you really can't feed into that because that will keep you stagnated. It'll keep you in a place of you think you got to stay comfortable in this space that you're in for that person, and then you're not going to have the growth that you're supposed to have, you know?
Yeah, and that's selfish on their part to think that.
But sometimes relationships are very selfish. Yeah,
you need to stay here with me because I'm not ready to move, and you're ready to move, and they make you feel guilty for wanting to grow and for wanting to be successful. You know what? That's when you really know that friendship doesn't serve me anymore.
Exactly.
And we move on.
And that leads me to you guys actually touched on my question that I had. I mean, and it was, do you think friends are seasonal? Like, and I think friends serve, like you guys are mentioning, you outgrow them. It serves a purpose. So I kind of group my friends in categories. Like I have my seasonal friends that serve this purpose. And then I have those permanent fixture friends that I consider like my sister. And then there's some that I talk to all the time, like you two I talk to all the time. And then I have those I consider my sisters that I may not talk all the time, but there's those friends that it doesn't matter how much time has elapsed. You pick up that phone, you like, hey girl, you pick up right where you left off. And
those
they
are your clothes right there.
Yes, and these are the friends that understand. And I have to say, I'm really bad at like communicating, not with my partner, not as a friend, but just being on a phone. I'm not a phone person. And so sometimes my day goes by and I may not text and I may not call, but it doesn't mean that I don't love you. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I got to give this person a call. And then next thing you know, it's a week later. And next thing you know, it's 2 weeks. Next thing you know, it's 2 years later. I'm like, damn, I got to call this person.
But you know what? When you say that you're not a phone person, I think every relationship is different. It doesn't even matter how long you've known each other. Like you could know somebody for 40 years. You could know somebody for 20 years, for 10 years, 5 years. That friendship that you have with that person is different because I know for some friends, I just can't talk on the phone. For like that's not our friendship. We don't talk on the phone. Like we do more in person. But some people, I can stay on the phone with them like for 2 hours. And you're like, where the hell did the time go at? So every friendship, you can't, that's why we can't, it's not just like any relationship, you can't navigate and be one-sided because everybody's an individual and you have to handle them as such. So, you know.
And I also think that friendships need to be, that friend, when I was thinking about it, I said that when we were talking about like love, real love, true love, like that, and we throw the word love out loosely. I think we throw the word out. People tend to throw that word out loosely, a friend. Just because I kiki with you at work, we're good at work. If you don't know my personal life, if I don't really rock with you outside of school, there's no real love lost, but we're not friends. We're work friends. And I think that people kind of just throw that word friend around too loosely. And everyone can't really get that title. Nope. Everyone really can't get that title of friend for me. Like I have,
friends.
That's an intimate relationship, a friendship, a true friendship.
It is.
Because you're telling them secrets.
Exactly.
They're telling you things, and every friendship, like how with me and you, Gigi, I'll use us for example. I've always just had a instant connection with you because we're just so similar in so many things. But as this last 2 years, I think our bond has definitely grown closer. We're more transparent with each other, more giving constructive criticisms as it's needed, and that takes development in the friendship. You know what I mean?
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so another thing I was thinking about is, I think you know when the people around you aren't really friends, when the relationship isn't organic. Just like in a regular relationship with a partner, if it can't be organic and it can't be natural and you can't be who you are.
Okay.
If you can't be who you are around certain people, then I don't really think that they're friends. I think friends should accept you, the good, the bad, and the indifferent, without judging, without, I don't know. I just don't feel that you should have to walk on eggshells to be around certain people.
For sure.
Then for me, that's not a friend. That's more like an acquaintance. I could chill with you once in a blue moon, but you can't be in my circle of friends who I can share certain things with.
I think that they could have been your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you've outgrown each other. Things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that that's when the red flag should come up and let you know that, you know what, this friendship has run its course. It has met its season.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's time for us to move on. It doesn't mean that we can't communicate anymore. It doesn't mean that we cannot go to dinner anymore. It doesn't mean that I can call you and ask how your family is doing, because I definitely will always have love for you and for your family. But our relationship as friends has met its course. And so it's just time to move on. Like I said, we grow and not everyone can move along with you on that journey. It's just, time is up.
Yeah. You know, as I was doing this, I was really thinking about like all the friends that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, this person, and I was thinking about, because how bad I am with communication. I was like, man, this person would have been the bomb like sister if I just would have answered more texts, made more phone calls.
No, you know what, Gigi? I'm going to say no. You know why? Because I know you,
Mm-hmm.
and I am your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that you're not good with communicating on the phone.
I'm horrible.
I know your track record. I know you barely pick up the phone, and when you do is one text, hey girls, and blah, 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 and you're done for the week. So I don't take offense to that, because I am your friend and I know you as a friend. So I know that life takes a hold of us. Mm-hmm. And you know what, we get busy, we get wrapped up, and everyone has a life. We can't expect everyone to just be on the phone and be on the phone for an hour. Like, we can't do that. Everyone's life is different. Everyone's responsibilities look different. Some are married, some are not. Some have children, some do not. So everyone's life looks different. Everyone's responsibilities are different. So you know what? We have to accept the friendship for what it is and not take it personal when they don't reach out or when they don't pick up the phone and call. You know what, Michelle, you may have all the time on your hand to talk on the phone for 2 hours.
Right.
I don't. I get in and I'm like, hey girl, I'm checking in. Are you okay? How's this? You okay? All right. I love you. And that's it. That's all we may be able to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, as friends, we got to accept each other for who we are and what we can bring to the friendship.
I agree with you 100%. I just still think that every friend is different. Like, you handle each friend different. Like, she may have a friend that she can talk to on the phone for 2 hours, and do the other friend who she's with, that's not their relationship, but that friend understands, you know, they know how they communicate with each other. Like, it's, you know, I say what's up to her, I text her during the week and, you know, check on her to see if she's good. But then there's other friend that's it's just a dynamic of the relationships, how you handle it.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
some people take it personal.
They do. That's what I'm saying. Like, they really, really do. So that leads me to this. So if you have, you know how you have a circle of friends, or you might say, I'll use us as an example. If you and Gigi are really good friends, and then I'm a good friend, and then I'm a friend of yours, Jackie. I'm a good friend of yours, but I really don't know Gigi. You know, when you know, that dynamic is funny sometimes when you try to bring friends together that are not.
I know it, girl. Do I know it?
Honey, she sure does.
Yes, I'm always the middle one.
The middle one, yeah.
Bringing everyone together. So trust me, I do know it firsthand.
But you know what? That's everybody is not meant to be close like that with each other.
Not at all.
And we can't take it personal. Just because you and Gigi are booms and buddies and y'all do everything and kiki and laugh, and me and her don't do that, I can't feel no way about that. That's the chemistry that you guys have with each other.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. But regardless, some people just take it personal.
They do.
You know, that you don't reach out. They get in their feelings. I remember having a very long time friendship, and this person like had these expectations, and that's why I said that when you mentioned the Gigi, I said people have expectations. So I had this friend, and like at that time when we were friends, I was married. I was with my partner. I had just had my second daughter. I was really busy with work, trying to juggle life itself. And so she was the type of friend that she would call me, and then I wouldn't call her back because like I was wrapped up with my life, and maybe that was bad on my part. But then she would call me, and then she would be like, girl, you didn't call me. I called you last. I wasn't even gonna call you. So it was like she was playing a phone
This is not tag. This is not tag.
It's like she was playing phone tag. Like, tag, I called you. Now tag, you're it. It's your turn to call me back. Like friendships don't.
That's not a friendship.
Yeah, that's not a friendship. When you have expectations, or you put expectations on your friends, like I called you, so now it's your turn to call me back. No. So it was really exhausting to me when I got off the phone with her, because I felt like I had to defend myself, to her about why I didn't call. I'm like, I'm a grown ass woman trying to defend myself and my life to someone who's supposed to be understanding of our friendship. So I was like, no, you know what? This friendship doesn't serve me. I'm not playing phone tag. We too old for this. And I had to let it go. I felt bad, but I did have to let it go.
Both of you mentioned a key word, understanding. A real friend is truly going to understand why they're going to know how you move. Oh, that's just don't take it serious. That's just who they are. They know your heart. They know how you think. They know how you move. They know your intentions. A real friend won't take those things personal. But I think that some friendships are very exhausting. Like everything is about them. What makes them feel good in a relationship? You're doing this doesn't make me feel good. As opposed to saying, yo, I haven't really heard from you in a long time. Like, what's going on with you? Like, they make it about them. And I think that friendships like that, it's almost like a bad relationship with a partner. I don't know, I don't want to use the word obsessive, but if you're too busy worried about what the hell I'm doing, what's going on in your life? Like,
right. And then on the other side of that coin too, I think just as you have to allow people to live their lives, and people are not going to be calling you 24/7, and every move they make, they're going to be calling you. There are some friends that are toxic, and they just take.
Yes.
And they don't give anything.
Yes.
Or, you're always showing up for them, and they're not showing up for you. Now that's another dynamic, as well in some friendships where it's just like, okay, now what's going on with that?
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
They're just taking, but they're not pouring back into you.
Right.
And that's why I said, when you asked, what do our friends reflect? And I have to say, I said love, because I poured love into Gigi all the time. And you know what? That's what she reflects back into me. She pours that same thing back into me. And I think that's why our friendship has lasted as long as it has, because it's a give and take relationship. It's not just a take. It's not just a give. We giving on the same level. We listen to each other. We give advice when needed. And sometimes it's just listening, and she's been there for me just like I have been there for her, so it's like I say, it's a give and take relationship. It's not just a one-sided. So I think that's why our friendship has evolved and has lasted as many years as it has. Not to mention the fact that our mothers were like sisters, till the very end. Her mom was by my mom's side, till her last breath. So, I mean, I think that also, added a little bit to it. The fact that our mothers were amazing friends and sisters. And so we in turn also saw their example and the love that they poured into each other. And, we've done the same. And I'm grateful for it. It has been one of the best, healthy friendships that I've had in my entire 47 years of life. Yeah. Gigi is one of those special people in my life.
I love you.
Yeah, I think that dynamic that you talk about is definitely what keeps some people bonded. But I think some people are bonded too just because their energies and are connected.
Yeah.
You know, like their spirits are connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't have to even see or talk to this person all the time. Y'all just got the same vibe, the same swag, and all that kind of stuff. So y'all mesh with each other. You know what I mean?
I
So
have friends like that. I have I call them my sister friends that, like I mentioned before, if I don't speak to them for days, weeks. I mean, there were times before when maybe we were in college or starting families that we wouldn't talk forever. But then pick up that phone, we pick up right where we left off at, because that genuineness is there, that real love, that foundation is there of the friendship. So it doesn't matter how much time elapsed. You're just calling each other, damn girl, what are you doing? Like, you're on vacation, you're taking a break, like, what are you doing?
Right.
But there's no real animosity because you understand that they have a life, they have priority, they have things. And it doesn't mean that they don't believe that your friendship is important. Like there's people I haven't talked to forever, and during quarantine, I've been reaching out and stuff like that. And these are people that have been my friends since I was in high school, very young, my college friends, and I love them. So I have 3 good friends. I think I call them, well, maybe they don't consider me a friend anymore, but I still consider them that I love, and I don't talk to them often, but thank God for social media. You keep in touch a little bit, and I know that if I were to ever need them for anything, they would be there for me, and I hope that they know that if they needed me for anything, that I would be there, because for me, in my heart, they are my sisters, even if I don't talk to them all the time. For me, they're still my sisters.
I'm gonna keep using us as examples. So I think that I've known you how long now, Gazelle? Like 20 years?
Like 20 years, yeah.
But I will definitely say we always had some kind of synergy.
We have.
When we weren't hanging out with each other, like it was like we'll say the same things, we definitely like the same things. Like you can't be in the same, she can't be in the same store with me shopping because we gonna pick up the same stuff. You get over there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the vibe and the energy is the same. Like I have a friend that I met recently at work, and that's why I said I got to take that back too, about not having saying I'm not going to allow new people into my life, because this sister is just, her vibe is me. We just meshed together, and I'm glad to be able to call her a friend, now. Good. So I think that there's just some people, even if you don't have a relationship where you hung out with them all the time, it's just y'all got a soul connection.
Exactly.
You just don't have a soul connection with a boyfriend, or a husband. You have that with friends as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's a relationship. Like people fail to realize the same way you have to work in a relationship. I don't know if you got to work that hard though in a friendship. I think that a friendship is a little different.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have to work at
You don't have to.
I don't.
It has to be organic. It has to be very natural. It just has to be very chill, a relationship with a friend. You don't have to work. But you have to be, I think you sort of still got to be intentional, and you still have to keep those lines of communication so that that relationship, that friendship doesn't sever, And it's
Gigi and I have a friend. Well, I consider her a friend. She was a coworker of ours, and we don't see her all the time. But I am going to say that anytime that we get together, it's fun, it's laughter, it's love, it's sisterhood. Angie.
Oh, I'm like, who are you talking about, girl?
I'm looking like she like
Angie.
Who is
don't you think so?
Well, I do think so. I do. And I haven't spoken to her. I want to say maybe in like 2 years. But if I see her, it's just like a hey girl, is an instant. And I do consider her like a sister.
Yes, me too. And we don't talk for years.
Yeah.
I think we didn't talk for like a year, and then during the pandemic, I reached out. She reached out. She's watched a couple of our podcasts. She actually joined the podcast we did with Rodrisha. She actually joins in on that one. And like I said, like anytime that we get together, even if we haven't seen each other in years, the moment we get together, it's laughs and fun and love and sisterhood. And so, I mean, yeah, you do have those friendships that they are just like you. They don't expect anything. It's natural. It's easy. And I think all friendships should be natural, easy, you know.
Because
they should be easy too, but you gotta realize too, with friendship, there are going to be challenges because everybody has lives and things are going to happen: deaths, marriage, children, heartaches, this and that. And as a friend, you need to be there to be able to support them and through all of those things too. So there are going to be some challenges where this witch is getting on your nerves, like but you still there for her to support her because that's, your friend. But you're only going to do that to somebody who is a friend. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it always seems very cliche to say that, when you're going through a hard time, that's when you know who your friends are. But it is 100% the truth.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
During your battles, during your tribulations, during your darkest times, the people that are by your side during that time, those are really your friends.
Right.
You have to see that because not everyone is there. Not everyone is there. And the ones that are there those are your sisters.
How the way we can communicate with certain friends depending on that individual. Do you ladies share certain things with because we have friends, right? Let's say we have 5 friends. Does each friend know something different about you, or do they know everything about you? Are you that person that shares everything, or selective friends know selective things?
I don't want to say, because people will when you say selective, people will put something negative to that. So I know what you mean by it. I know what you mean by selective. And yes, I agree with you, selective. But I'm trying to think of another word. But all my friends, that's just how the dynamic of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I tell this person this, we talk about this, this person, I know that they'll be able to encourage me in this area that I need encouragement in. Mm-hmm. And so no, all my friends don't know the same things. Mm-hmm. And if something ever came up and somebody would try to call me out on something, then we'll handle it then. But it's not for friendships are not all the same. We 3 people right here, and our circle is not the same. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. The dynamics of the relationships, you can't take offense to how somebody handles a relationship with this person or with that person.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna agree. No, I don't share the same things that I share with one person with the other. Mm-hmm. Each friendship, I should say, develops at a different pace and a different time. Mm-hmm. And all of my friendships are on a different level. Like I mentioned, Gigi has been my friend for over 40 years. So what I share with her is not the same thing that I share with someone who has been in my life 7 years, No, they don't need to know all of that. And it's not that I'm keeping it from them because I don't want them to know who I am. It's just that they don't need to know all of that. Our level of friendship is not in the same place that Gigi and I's friendship is, or that Michelle, your and I friendship is in, so everything develops at a different time, at a different pace. So I share what I feel, this person makes me feel comfortable sharing, and again, it also goes back to who they are to you as a friend. How have they shown their friendship to you? How have they shown if they're loyal to you, if they're trustworthy to you? Like that also plays a factor. Like, can I trust this person just because I think she's my friend or I call her my friend? Can I trust her with this part of my life? Can I trust her telling her the struggles that I'm going through with my daughter? Or can I trust Mimi with my marriage issues,
Right.
So, it's every friendship is different. And yeah, what I share with everyone, with one person, is not the same thing I share with every other friend that I have.
Absolutely. And I think too, what's so crazy is I have a friend who I'll say I've been a friend with her for a year now, maybe. And we just have such a soul tie. Like I have shared stuff with her where I'm like, oh wow, it just was so organic and natural to be able to share that with her. But yeah, I agree. Like you
You know
said,
why? Because they bring that out of you.
absolutely.
If they make you feel comfortable and they make you feel like, you know what, you can share anything, and girl, there's no judgment here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and that's what we look for. We look for
Right.
someone who's going to listen and, you know what, give us encouragement, give us inspiration, you know, without the judgment. But
And
then
I
we
think,
have those friends who you tell them something and they're like, girl, but that, you know, they go
yeah,
to the mother speech, you know, they want to judge you.
right. I think that now too, and the development that all of us are going through, we stand more qualified now in our opinions and what we feel and what people that we bring into our lives. So the people that we bring into our lives are more aligned with us now. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to allow people, like when you're younger, you're getting to know who you are as a person. You're still developing yourself as a person. But now at 40 something years old, we and you know continue to grow and develop ourselves. We kind of know who we are as people now, you know. So when we allow somebody to come into our life and call them a friend, it's just that vetting system can be a little quicker now than it was back in the day.
I agree.
Yeah, we want to know, we know exactly what we're going to allow in our lives and
Right.
what we have time for.
Mhm.
Ooh,
You know, because
yeah,
definitely, you know, listen, I don't have time for this. Like, you
right,
can sit over there. You don't, there's no space for you in here.
right.
So stay over there. So I mean, definitely, you know, by experience, I think we've come to terms with what we want in our lives and what we're gonna accept. And
And that's why you can cancel people out quickly too, because you know what you're going to accept and not accept.
Exactly.
Like I don't have a problem with loving somebody from a distance at all now.
neither do I.
Yeah. And
At
I
all.
understand from previous conversations that Jackie and I have had, and I couldn't wrap my head around certain things, but I realized that friends are seasonal. You know, people are just seasonal for a moment. It doesn't matter if you can still love them, like you said, from afar, but that you know that they serve their purpose. And right now, they might be toxic for you and just bring negativity. And we're at a point at our age that we really don't want to be around negative people. We just,
Right.
our lives are already hectic as it is. We want
Mhm.
to be around people that's just going to take you away from your normal. You don't want friends that's like you have a hard day at work. You come home, you know, if it's your spouse, you come home and your spouse is a pain in the butt. He's like, damn, I work that pain in the butt. At home, you call your friends, damn, your friends too are pain in the butt. Like, who wants that energy? You want to be able to have that glass of wine with your girls, laugh, vent a little bit, and just chill. So yeah,
Right. You want to be around people who's going to add to your life, not subtract.
not take away.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That takeaway.
They
You
have to
want
be
them to pour
like-minded.
into you.
They
Right.
have to be like-minded.
That's what I'm saying. A lot. Like I know for me, what my friends should reflect with me is something that all my friends who I call a friend is all of them are spiritually sound. All of them are people who I can go to for constructive advice and get constructive criticism too from them and know that they're giving it to me a la LOVE and not to harm me or judge me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you're
Yeah.
so right about that. And I think about my friends. Everyone is spiritually grounded. And I
Yeah.
need
I mean, it's no way you can be in my life and not be that person because that's who I am. So, you know, wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Mhm. I thought
Well,
about
I can say, I mean, I have a lot of friends who and I'm gonna say this because I can't vouch for their relationship with God. So they believe,
Mhm.
because that's the best way I could put it. You know, they believe I can say that I know they have some type of relationship with the Lord. I'm not going to say what kind, because I don't know everyone's walk with, God. That's their own relationship. But I think that most of my friends do believe. But I do have a couple of friends who are not. I mean, and those are difficult relationships, and I know why,
Oh, that's
but
deep.
they're not friends. They're not friends. They're just people that are in my life at this moment for some reason or other. Whether it is that I teach them something or they teach me something and then move on. Like Gigi said, I know that it's a seasonal, but right now I embrace it because God allowed that person to be in my life for a reason. So there's a reason, like I said, whether it's for me to teach them something or for them to teach me something and then eventually move on. But yeah, I do have friends that are not spiritually sound.
You know what? Now that you say that, I don't want to say stand corrected, but I'm going to stand on another position that I could definitely be in conversation and be, talking, having association with somebody who is not, I'll say, a Christian. Well, I don't even need to say Christian because all of my people that are not Christians. So that is what it is. That's who I am. And when I say spiritually sound, I mean that their soul is connected to a higher source. They, like I had a coworker who was an atheist. No judgment, no criticism. I just talked to her like she was any other person, and we definitely had a good friendship at work. Because I didn't judge her. She felt comfortable around me. Like anytime some people, you tell them that you're an atheist, they're like this on the defense already, because it's like they're looking for the judgment to come from you. But if you're a person who's saying that you're spiritually sound or Christian, you know what I'm saying, then you should not be coming to that person like that.
Exactly.
So I just had to bring clarification to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we covered a lot. Yeah.
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 Does anybody else have anything they want to add about friendship here?
No, I love my friendships with you ladies.
Me too. And so Thursday, October 8th, I think one of our girls right here has a special day. Miss Jackie, it's her birthday.
Yes.
So happy birthday, Jackie.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
You have to sing.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Okay, no more. We love you, girlie. I hope you have an awesome day.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're developing this friendship through this podcast. So this has definitely been a light in this corona.
Yes, it has.
This came out of this corona time. We developed this podcast, and we continue to develop our friendship and our spirituality and everything with each other. So yeah.
I agree.
Happy birthday to you, sister.
Yes, thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
You guys are loved.
Yes.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Thank you, ladies.
So we'll be back next Thursday, October 8th, for what, Gigi?